Hello, today you're going to be making your dog tag on Onshape. So open that up, make your account. Once you're here, click create, document, name your part. Here we can start drawing. You have to select the plane, and to do that, you go to sketch, then select the drawing plane you want to draw on. I'm going to use the front plane. If you select the wrong plane, you can click this X right here to deselect the plane you chose and select a new one. Right click will open this, and clicking view normal to sketch plane will make the drawing plane you are on flat. You can also go to this cube and select the plane you are drawing on from there. Does the same thing. On the left hand side you can see your planes, your sketches, and your extrudes. Extrudes are the three-dimensional adjustments you do to each drawing. I'm going to hide my planes. In here it says that there is a circle right here that is 1.97 inches long. So we're going to go to circle right here. We're going to go to the origin or center point. We're going to make a circle from there, and we're going to go to dimensions, select our circle, and set its length. From here we make these top lines that are 1.13 inches apart. We go to our line tool. We hover over our center point until it is surrounded by a yellow box. Then we move up. We should see a dotted yellow line. Click anywhere and then drag down. You should also see that yellow dotted line. Make your line. We can go back 2 dimension and make this line 1.13. Now this line needs to be centered with this dot. So what we do is we select our line, we select our point, and then we go over here to where it says midpoint. Click that, and our line is now centered with this dot. Now we can make our horizontal lines. We go to our line tool, hover over this point up here, then move all the way to the left until we hit the circle. We can start our line there, and now we drag all the way to the right. We can click escape, go back to our line tool, and do the same thing on the bottom. Now you can get rid of this line because you no longer need it. And we're going to cut the top and bottom part of the circle with the trim tool, which is right here. Pair of scissors. Click that. Click the top and bottom of your circle. And now you have this. Now we're going to make the frame of our dog tag, which is 0.06 inches away from the outer lines. So go here. We're going to click the offset button, which is right next to the trim button. It looks just like this. We're going to select each line. And make sure, because you can drag it on the outside of the part or on the inside, make sure it's on the inside. Click anywhere and set its length 0.06. Now you have your frame. Now we're going to make this little hole, which is 0.56 from the bottom up and 0.17 from this point right here to the center of this circle. Now 0.56 is half of the total height. Since we have centered the part with this dot, we know that by going all the way to the left, we are at the middle of the part. So all we have to do is from right here, make a line, dimension, set this line to 0.17, and that is our center point for our circle. Now we can go to our circle tool. The length of our circle is 0.13 through the entire part. This just means that it is diameter and not radius. Circle, click right there, make your circle 0.13, and now you can get rid of this line. You no longer need it. Now we can start making this three-dimensional. To do that, we can select extrude, but before we do that, we're going to select the part we want to make three-dimensional first. This outer part right here. We are going to extrude it. Make sure your part looks like this. And extrude it 0.06 inches. You go right here, and it should look like this. Make sure you are set to blind so that you can set the length of how far you want it to go out. It doesn't matter if you're going in or to the left or to the right. Just note that this can switch the way that arrow is pointing. So if you want to switch it to the left or to the right without changing this, you can just click that. And you can click the check mark once you are done. You should have this. Now we can click sketch 1 again, double click, and we can select this part of our drawing. Go back to the extrude button, and now we can move this back and forth. You are going to set this to 0.04. Make sure you have not selected this hole, and then click the check mark once you are done. This is your part. Now you can add whatever you would like to it by going to sketch on this plane. Make sure instead of choosing one of these three planes, you select this surface to be your new plane. So now you can do whatever you want to it, make it your own, and once you're done, you can click the extrude button and extrude it out a maximum of 0.02.